Hey guys, Amanda here, and today I wanted to share something that I'm super excited about. Normally we wouldn't do two of the same brand tutorials back to back, but just with the timing of everything, this is how it fell. So we're excited to announce that myself and green beauty guru Amber Eldridge over at Miss Sensible got together with Root to create a summer collaboration. It will first be available to their Pretty Club, and then it will launch to the public in the first few weeks of May. So our collection is the Radiant Beauty collection, and it includes 3 eyeshadows, a blush, and a pretty balm. And so I wanted to go over the colors with you and then do a quick tutorial on it, and we hope that you love it as much as we do.
First up, we have A-Team, which is a nice neutral peachy pink, almost champagne color. This is a great versatile color for the inner corner of your eyes, your brow bones. It can even be used as a highlighter anywhere you want to put it on your face. And then we have Sensible, which is a beigey, cool, taupey bronze. This is the color I have all over my lid, but it can be used as a seamless transition color, an all over lid color, or if you just want to do a soft definition in your crease. It's also beautiful under your bottom waterline to kind of give that smoky, smudgy effect. Personal favorite is Pursuit, and this is a chocolatey, deep, rich wine color, just a touch of plum. This is a gorgeous crease color, and you can also get your brush wet and use this as a really dynamic eyeliner. We tried to make this super versatile. Next is our blush, and this time we did a blushing bronze. So we have a bronze base with a peach overtone. It also has a hint of like rosy pink in there. It's really nice and deep, which is great for darker skin tones and in the summer when you have a tan. And lastly, it's the Loyal Pretty Balm. This stuff is super moisturizing and buttery. It's a vegan product. We chose a nice neutral beigey nudie peach. I know you like my descriptors, but it's pretty much the perfect color for summer when you want just a wash of color and moisture while you're on the go, but you still want to look kind of sunny and summery. So here's the entire collection: A-Team, Sensible, Pursuit, Sunniest, and Loyal.
So that's it for the Radiant Beauty collection. We hope that you love it as much as we do. We tried really hard to capture the spirit and effortlessness of summer. Sometimes you want to go simple, sometimes you want to go like a smoky, bronzy glam, and so we tried to incorporate that with all skin tones in mind, even with the bronzing blush having a darker undertone so that it would adapt to darker skin tones as well as having a tan. So if you want to stick around for the quick tutorial, please do. And otherwise, I hope that you find the Radiant Beauty collection and can incorporate it into your alternative beauty routine.
Starting off, we've already primed our face with the Pretty Booster with a drop or two of the Maya Chia Super Couple Oil for some added moisture and glow. And then we've already gone in with the Root Pearl Powder Foundation in the shade W4. And you know the drill, we just buff that all over our face. So then we're going to take the Cate McNabb eyeshadow primer and just dot it onto our eyes, smooth it out really nicely. And this is really important with loose shadows because the pigment is so finely milled. So you want to make sure that you give it a nice creaseless base and something to adhere to so it's not falling all over your face during the day or creasing, which can often be a problem when it comes to loose shadows. So you just want to tap that in and get it all the way up to the brow bone wherever you're going to put pigment. We're going to go in with A-Team. And again, this is the peachy pinky champagne color. And I'm just going to go in the corner of my eye and just give that a pop of lightness and color. And this is just going to help. It looks really fresh and you're going to look really awake. And you don't have to worry about it getting kind of too much in the corner of your eye because we're obviously going to go back in with concealer and clean that up later. Next is Sensible. We're going to go all over our lid with this cool toned taupey bronze color with a hint of copper. And the best thing to do when it comes to loose product or eyeshadow is to really work it into your brush and then pat it or tap it on. If you start sweeping, it kind of loosens up the pigments, and that's when you get a lot of fallout onto your face, which isn't a problem. You can always go in and clean it up, but pressing it in is just going to give it longevity and a little bit more intensity. I just love how this color also seamlessly blends with that A-Team color. Now I'm actually going to go in with a fluffy brush with our blush. So I'm taking Sunniest and just buffing out that line where Sensible is and just giving it another added pop of warmth. That's one of the things I love about this blush. It's not only super flattering on the skin, but it also doubles as an eyeshadow. So you're getting really versatile products here. And anytime you incorporate your blush color into your eyeshadow, it just really kind of creates a cohesive look all over your face. Going in with my personal favorite here, Pursuit. And I'm just going to wiggle this in the corner of my eye and buff it out with my brush so it kind of creates that nice smoky effect, but a little bit of an ombre, just, you know, subtly blending it into the color that we already have laid down. And don't be afraid to get a little messy with this. It's loose pigment, so it's not all going to stay together. But part of the, I guess, beauty of it is in the cleanup of this, not so much as in putting the product down, so you don't have to worry about that. I always tell people when I'm doing their makeup that they're not allowed to look until the end. Next, I'm going to go in with the Furless Cosmetics buffer brush and just clean up some of these lines, make them all really blend and marry well together, and just make that overall soft, smoky, romantic look. That works really well for summer. Now I'm going to go in with the red Apple eyeliner and just line my waterline. I'm sorry, this is probably really painful to watch, or not very pleasant, I should say. But really just want to get in there and smush the pigment into the lash line. Again, towards the lash line, not towards your eyeball. It would be really nice if you could see me right now, but I think you know what I'm doing. Now I'm going to go in with the Thrive Cosmetics Infinity Waterproof Eyeliner, and I've been doing this little technique lately. So I'm just going to put it really intensely in the top of that lash line. It's really going to give your lashes that fullness. So I'm just going to wiggle it back and forth. I'm not going to be very precise with it. I'm just going to really get it in there. And then I'm going to go back in with the other end of the pencil. It has this little smudger. And I'm just going to smudge this out. I'm just going to move it back and forth and kind of give it that blurred, sultry look. And the reason I'm doing this is just I love the look of a smudged eyeliner when it comes to a bronzy or smokier eyeshadow. It just looks really pretty together. And then the next step, I'm actually going to go back in with a liquid liner and hit the lash line. And this is just an extra step. You obviously don't have to do it. You could do one or the other. But when you kind of smudge the top, it gives that really pretty blurred effect. But then you get that really rich, intense pigment right at the lash line with the liquid liner. And it's just a really gorgeous overall effect. So again, just wiggling it back and forth, making it nice and pretty. And then I'm going to take Roots 100% liquid liner. And this one has a really great applicator. It's really long and firm, so you have a lot of room for error. I'm just going to take that right along the lash line and intensify that pigment right there. Now I'm going to go in with Roots 100% Lash Mascara, and my technique for mascara, and this may be something everyone knows, is I do it in thirds. So my first coat only goes on the first third of my eyelash, so right at the root or the base, and that just builds it up and gives it kind of some stiffness and some volume, and just kind of really wiggle it in there at your lash line. And then I go back and hit the kind of 2/3 of the lash, so almost all the way to the tip, but not to the tip, and just build up that length and volume. And then lastly, I'm going to hit the tips, and I always flick the back of them because I feel like some of them don't show up until I do that. But you have to be really careful not to, open your eyes really wide or close them really tight until it dries, or it's just going to get everywhere. Now I'm going to go in with Roots Concealer. I'm just going to press it in my fingertips to warm it up a little bit, and then pat it in any areas where I have some darkness, dark under eyes, or any blemishes, any redness. And this is a great creamy formula. It's not too pigmented to where it looks cakey or kind of makes your skin look fake, but it covers really, really well. So I'm just going to press this in there and get it on the skin. And then you know me, I'm going to go in with the Zoeva Concealer Buffer Brush and buff all of this into the skin to where it mimics the texture of my skin and looks really natural. This is also a great product to use if you just want a little bit of highlight in some obvious areas. So I'm just going to speed this along. You've seen me do this in my last 2 videos, but again, just pressing in the skin to mimic the texture, and you only sweep anywhere that you want to kind of remove product or make sure it's not as built up. This brush is also great if you want to clean up any areas kind of around that wing or under the eye. If you've gotten little mascara smudges, you can just sweep those away with this. Like I said, the beauty's kind of in the cleanup here. And now I'm just going to go in with Roots Setting Silk and set all of the work that I've done. This stuff is really great and also finely milled so it doesn't get cakey or settle in any creases. Next I'm going to go in with Roots Sunkissed Bronze Bronzer. This is probably the darker of their options, but it still has a cooler undertone, so you're not going to look orange. You're just going to look nice and bronzy. I mean, that's the perfect word for it. Nice and sun-kissed, which is aptly titled. It gives a really great pop of natural tan looking. It just feels really summery and really warm. I'm just going to brush it, blend it into your neck, make sure that your face and your neck match, and just kind of get it in those contour points. And then you can go in later and kind of buff out anything that's too harsh or blend it out so it's a little more seamless. Now we're going to go in with the Sunniest Blushing Bronze, and I don't know what magic happened to create this color, but it is absolutely divine. The peachy overtone is super complimentary to all skin types, and then it has that bronze base underneath it that really gives that warmth and sun-kissed glow and just natural flush like you've been out in the sun. It also goes great with the colors of summer. You know, you always have those corals and white and turquoise. It's just, it's probably one of my favorite blushes, and I'm not just saying that because I helped create it, but just because it does go on so effortlessly and so beautifully. Now I'm going to take the Audacity Divine Rose and Neroli spray and just set this makeup. Since it is a powdered product, we want to give it a little moisture to kind of blend everything with our skin. If you have shiny skin or a little more oily skin, you might want to opt for a different setting spray because this really packs in the dewy factor and hydration, so you don't want to go overboard. And I apologize in advance for these brows. They are literally on their last day. I get them fixed tomorrow. And the girl who does my brows forbids me from touching any hairs while they are growing because I guess maybe in the past I've gotten a little overzealous. So I'm going to go in with Roots Brow Pomade. They have a brow powder and a brow pomade. One's obviously a powder, and this one is the pigment mixed with the pomade, and it is kind of great for that summery, I guess, more natural brow look, that Brooke Shields look, where you want to tame your brows and also add a little bit of color. You see how rough they are, and this stuff works some serious magic. This is the ash brown color, and it just whipped my eyebrow into shape nice and easy without being overly perfect or defined. So I'm just going to go back in with this one and kind of fill in that baseline. And you know, I do the foundation, the tail, up the top, and then the arch. But this stuff is really, really great, especially for summer. You don't want to use a whole lot of product, but you want to look kind of put together. Another great thing is a lot of people are afraid of cream and pomade products in the summer. They think it's going to be too thick. But in the summer, your skin tends to be oilier. And so oil mixes with oil. Oil doesn't mix with powder because that's when you get cakey and creasy. So in the summer, you should actually opt more for cream foundations, cream blushes, cream eye products, and cream brow products as opposed to powder because it's really going to marry with the oils of your skin, and then you can just blot. Speaking of cream products, this is one of my new favorite highlighters. It was in our monthly must-haves on the website. This is the Perez Falling Star Highlighter. This product is really nourishing for your skin, and it is also the perfect combination of pink, gold, and silver highlight, which complements all skin tones. It is noticeable, but it is not overly glittery or overly sparkly. You can pop it on your cheekbones, the bridge of your nose, Cupid's bow, anywhere you want to highlight that looks natural and effortless, which is what we're going for this summer. I'm just going to take a little bit of that Centsible color and smudge it along that bottom lash line to kind of diffuse that pencil work we did earlier and just give a nice smudgy, smoky effect. And you can see it is a light coppery color, so you're not going overboard. And then I'm just going to go in with Roots 100% Natural Mascara again and just hit those bottom lashes. Now we're going to go in with the Antonym Koral Lip Pencil, and we're just going to use this as a liner to give a little bit of a base for our Loyal Pretty Balm. If you are not a Pretty Balm owner, now is the time. Pretty Balm is the perfect combination of lip balm, lip gloss, and lipstick, which is perfect for summer. You don't really need a mirror. You can just put it on anytime your lips need moisture or color. This one's a little more pigmented than their other versions, but we wanted you to have that rosy, neutral, peachy look, great for summer. So there it is. There is the Radiant Beauty collection. We hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial and that our collection can become part of your collection soon.